What's up, guys? Today this is going to be another The Plot. Okay, before I even get into the video, I have seen this comment on basically all of mine videos, laying off my plot, like the plot videos. I know this is not the Amazing Digital Circus episode, blah blah blah. I'm using this as the background. I don't know, because I don't know a background. I don't want it to just stare like a blank screen for the entire time. I know this is not episode 8. Don't comment on my video. I know this is not episode 8. You not. I swear, if I see anybody comment on my video, this is not episode 8. Skull emoji. I will not be a happy camper. I know this is not episode 8. You don't need to tell me. I'm using this as the background. Maybe you guys would actually listen. You guys would know. You guys would understand the concept. Sorry, I'm just really annoyed by those comments. But just yeah. Now let's get into the actual plot. I have analyzed episode 8 trailer and I thought of a story. Of course, none of these are going to be, most of these won't be true, but hey, it's just a plot. It's just a theory for me. So let me explain. So the episode, I'm not really sure what a good episode to start would be. I would say it would probably be Kane sitting in his office. Then he thought to himself that these guys don't actually want to leave him, right? Kind of like what the trailer said. Then everybody was just in their rooms and we get to see everybody's rooms, finally. And suddenly, they get teleported into the, like the place where there's like the couch. Yeah, that we saw in episode 3. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Then Kane asks them a few questions. It's about if they actually want to leave him. And they don't actually want to leave him, right? But then Pommy was about to say something about how they actually feel about him, but then Kate zipped her up, like zipping her mouth up, not another way. But either way, yeah. Kane just has to figure this out. Like, he just doesn't know what to do. So he decides to make them go on an adventure. But really, the adventure is just a black void. Yeah, you heard me. A black void. You heard me? A black void. And there's nothing. And Zubul tries running and trying to find a way out, but she can't. So now everybody's stuck in that black void. They don't know what to do. They just don't know what to do. But then they decide that since there's nothing to do, Kane will probably open up the portal. So they just thought that, hey, maybe they'll share some of their backstories. Hear one of their backstories. Until Jax was just distanced from them. But Raka thought that she might as well start. Then it flashed forwards to her suddenly popping. It's like popping out. Then it was just in this random circus area, and the first person that she met was Kinger. She was so confused because Kinger said, "Oh, hi, whoever you are. This is the amazing digital circus." And Rakasa was so confused. Yeah, Rakasa was so confused. She just wanted to go home. Kinger comforted her and said everything's gonna be okay. Oh my God, there's an ad. I'm not talking about mayonnaise. And it just turned like, oh my God. Either way, like, listen, we were a lot of that. Oh yeah, Ragatha's backstory. But then some of the others, let's just say, oh yeah, characters. There was like that little pink with one eye, fudge monster one. You see like worm one. Yeah, just all the abstracted characters. Future abstracted character, but yeah, past abstracted characters, I should probably say. Just yeah. So then it shows Ragasa adjusting in the circus. Sorry, you guys. I had to go check out what that thing was that just popped up. Either way, yeah. So basically, Rakasa was just explaining her stories and she was finally finished. Then, now next, it was Palmy's. Okay, I'm joking. We already know about Palmy. So Palmy already kind of explained. Everybody saw her backstory. Then it's time for Kingers. Whoop whoop. So basically, it starts with Kinger. Kinger teleported to the circus. It was just him. It was just him, since he was the first person to go inside the circus. But then there was another character that joined the circus, like a few weeks later. Yeah, like a few weeks later. So yeah, a few weeks later. Not another one, since the entire earth was filled, but Kinger didn't really know anybody, since he was still adjusting to the thing. But until somebody comforted him, it was his future wife, Queenie. Then they decided to start dating. Then, yeah, they just started dating. It was actually pretty nice. But then somebody abstracted, let's just say. It was, it was this character called Scratch. He was a dog. Basically, Scratch was a dog, and he got abstracted. And Kinger and Queenie just started, knew about abstraction. They didn't know about abstraction because it was still their first days. yeah. Then after that, I showed Queenie and how Queenie abstracted. Yeah, so Queenie abstracted, and it showed the entire process of how Queenie abstracted. Queenie just abstracted. King tried to comfort her, but nothing worked, so he had to let her go into the cellar with everybody else. Yeah, just with everybody else. Yeah, so basically, yep, that was Kika's backstory. Now, guess what time it is? Well, actually, it's 11:40. And birds, oh my god, birds, can you shut up? But yeah, it's actually 11:40. But it's time for Gangle's backstory. Then, suddenly, it pans over to Kane. Kane is thinking to himself that the characters actually don't want to leave him. Just is right until he just starts glitching. Then he thinks about the song Daisy Bell. Then he just trying to calm himself down. He just tried to calm himself down, but it's not really working. Yeah, not really working. So he tries to talk to Bubble about this. Then Bubble says about his backstory. Bubble explained that he was programmed into the circus to, just to kind of help out until Kane thinks about something. How is he the only non-human in the textbook, but Bubble is not a human? And he looks at Bubble. Bubble just says, "What?" But Kane asks him a serious question. "What are you really, Bubble?" And Bubble says, "Oh yeah, back in the day, there was this virus. It was a bubble virus." Now, Bubble explained that he was that virus. And Kane realized that he messed up, so he popped Bubble, thinking that would be it. But Bubble can reappear. Then, since Bubble is a virus, he's able to clone himself. Bubble cloned himself, and cloned himself. Then Kane tried to pop all the bubbles, but they just kept multiplying until he knows that he has to tell everyone in the circus, and they need to hide. But now it's Gangle's backstory. So Gangle teleported into the circus. So, oh my god, another ad. Yeah. So basically, yeah. Now she spawned into the circus, and the first person that she met was Jax. Jax had two friends. He mentioned it in dialogue. But then Gangle But then Jack started to bully Gangle because he's kind of been in here for quite a while. But then he decided to give her a name. Gangle. So, yep, that's how Gangle got her named. Gangle. Jax named her Gangle. And Gangle was super sad. But then, there was one person that helped her out. It was this character called Zubul. I think you know her. She was my favorite character. He comforted her, just tell her to not worry about Jax, and before they knew it, they became best friends. Yeah, so they became best friends. Then, yeah, Gangle had to watch some people abstract, but she's happy that she still has Zubul. Hold on. Oh. No, I was just trying to figure out something. Yeah, something just looked off. I thought it said 9 minutes, and I was like, wait, hold on. How did it go back in time? But no. By the time you're watching it, it's like 16. Yeah. By the time you're watching this, it's 16 minutes. No, it's about to be 17. Yep, it's 17. Either way, yeah. Now it's time for Zubul's backstory. Woo woo! Woo, 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 woo. I'm not sure why I did that. I just do random sounds. Either way, Zubul's backstory. So Zubul, when she first spawned in, she was just a head. Yeah, she was literally just a head. Yeah, because she hadn't get her Zubul box yet. Yeah. And a few abstracted people found her, and one was wondering what she was doing here. Then Cain showed up, and she realized she was just a head, so he decided to give her a little bit of something. I'll give you 2 guesses. It's either the Zubul box or Gangle. Okay, whatever. It's the Zubul box. Then he gave Zubul the box, the Zubul box. Then yeah, that's Zubul's backstory. But what's cool about this is you can just see all the old abstracted characters. Then they asked Jack what his backstory was. Then he decided to make up some random thing. He made up some random story. That he was a kid and that he had a friend named Thomas. Then they accidentally slept together. Then their friendship kind of got awkward. He told them that story, but they quickly realized that it was just a lie. So basically, it all started with Jax going inside the circus. Yep, going inside. the circus. Then he didn't really know what to do. He was just in the circus. But then he stumbled up a ribbit. Then and I think Ribbit is a girl. I don't know, at least for my opinion, I imagine Ribbit has a girl. But then they decided to become friends. They're actually really good friends. Then there's another clown that showed up and they decided to be friends too. Yeah, they were pretty good friends. But then something just happened. But first, they decided to go, and for one adventure, they decided to go get some hot chocolate. Then they drank the hot chocolate. Yep, and they took a picture of each other. Jax kept it. But then suddenly, Jax and Ribbit got into an argument. Then Jax said, "I wish that you would just abstract already. You shouldn't have said that." Since the next day, Ribbit abstracted. Then Cosmo was just so so sad about the abstraction that he started to go crazy. Yeah, he was going to just be it. He didn't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say. He just abstracted. And then Jax was the only one left. He kept the picture of the to remind him of his mistakes. Oh my God! Just, yeah. Then suddenly there's this random car that showed up. And then the car suddenly disappeared. They showed in the circus that the kid accidentally grabbed their car instead of everybody else. So they decided to, I grabbed everybody. And everybody fell from the sky. Everybody fell from the sky. Then they realized that everything was starting to go just all glitchy. And then they noticed that a bubble started to kind of feed everything. And then Kane explained to them about what happened. Then they realized that they were about to go in for a bad time. And that's my theory. Like, again, the theory's most likely not going to be right. This is just a theory. So it's most likely not going to be right. If it is right, Fewsworks owes me $2 million. Okay, I'm joking. Just, yeah, if I do get it right, then I guess it would be pretty cool. So, yeah. So now it's time for me to end the video. Make sure you guys to like and subscribe, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video.